Oh boy. I had no intentions of any of my Subnautica Let's Talk being negative. I might not even put this in Subnautica Let's Talk. I just might put this in my Let's Talk playlist. Because all I want to talk about Subnautica is just good shit. I don't really got anything bad to say about Subnautica the game, but man, the developers, I mean, you can like a pair of shoes and hate the person wearing the shoes, right? You feel me? Like them some fly kicks you got. But fuck you. Well, Unknown Worlds has got a great game on their hands. And they just a trash person. But yeah. Man, I smell some bullshit. Shark Templar. Yeah, they fired him because of political opinions expressed outside the office on his personal Twitter account. Not the Trump-China joke. And he's correcting this gentleman up here on his mistaken belief that they banned him for the China joke, or they fired him. Literally fired a man for wrongthink unrelated to his work ethic and took like 5 years to eventually release his pieces independently when it should have launched with the game. Correctamundo. That is right. Let's see. Yeah, that was within 1 hour reply of that comment. And and by the way, I completely agree with Shark Templar. But in all fairness, I reported him for off-topic political talking, derailing the conversation. They fired him for expressing something on his personal Twitter account as if he was representing the team. That's not wrongthink. That's just how business works. And you know what's coming, don't you? Bada bing. That's just how business works. Wow. And as I showed you in a previous video, I went to Jess Demurst's Twitter page live, and her current, it shows her current Twitter picture. She's got normal human being hair, which is a step up, And she's still got rocking her currently employed, release manager at Unknown Worlds. Yeah, she said this shit back in 2006 fucking teen, and she ain't been fired. And you know what? I've been through her. I feel slimy just saying this, but I've been through her Twitter account. And yes, that's not the only hateful, racist, bigoted, terrible, garbage, trash tweet that she made. She's made a few more. Yeah. I didn't take screenshots of every single one, though. I really feel like this thing that I made here, this little 3 screenshot collage, it nails the point in it. It speaks for itself. Innate Crafter reported off-topic, political, derailing the conversation. Shark Templar replies, he wasn't actually, no. He was expressing his own views on his Twitter account. At no point did he say he spoke for his coworkers or making things up to defend blatant censorship and cancellation of a man for his ideas. Which is true, and I also reported him despite me agreeing with him because it's like, fuck fairness. It had to be fair. Scroll. We don't even get 2 comments down, and Innate Crafter replies, they're no longer talking about the soundtrack being released. It's more about off-topic and arguing. He was fired for a controversial statement in regards to the game itself. But Jess Demers can't be fired for her controversial statements. The whole, we should add a diversity slider that makes the character darker, more feminine, and less sexy thing in response to a poll by the lead dev. 2 things I want to say about that. A lot of times, when these woke types do inject their quote-unquote diverse female character into whatever media that they're trying to parasitize and take over, they do try to intentionally make themselves or the character as unattractive as possible. Gotta have all these crazy hair colors, gotta have piercings and metal, all in your face, gotta have tattoos, and you gotta have a butch, nasty, hostile, aggressive tattoo, gotta have a flat chest, can't actually be feminine and attractive, because that's appealing to the male gaze. But, seems like enough to be trying to represent the team to me, but, as I'm showing, oh, Helen Keller, oh, come on, too soon. But, it's okay. The hypocrisy. It's okay to make fun and to defend Unknown Worlds for banning, firing, and canceling Simon. But it's absolutely fine for these angry Kool-Aid hair bitches to say awful shit online. I got some terrible shit to show you. Well, hell, I'll just pause and show that. Here's another screenshot that I've taken. This is from Zare. She's one of the writers for Unknown Worlds. I made a whole series of videos talking about this, explaining in graphic, explicit detail why this is disgusting, gross, blatant, hate-filled racism. I made examples of how you replace white with any other race, and instead of insulting the chin as a facial feature, we insult other stereotypical features of corresponding races, such as making fun of the Asian race and why are your eyes so small, where the fuck are your eyes, and how it sounded horrible no matter what comparison I made. And I'm like, in that case, then why is it okay when we talk about the white race and we insult the white race? Because if I'm not personally offended by this, but in today's culture where you can't say anything that offends anyone, but it's okay if you go out of your way to insult white people, the hypocrisy is what offends me. The fact that it's okay for her to, put this on her timeline, which it should be. She absolutely has every right to do this, as does anyone else. That's the issue. Rules for thee, but not for me. As he recalls, the tweets in question were pointed out by one whiny liberal individual on Twitter. As a matter of fact, let me pause and I'll show you who that was. Here is that whiny poster on Twitter. Covered this, brought this up in many videos before. And that poll, this tweet is unavailable. The whole poll that this is all revolving around, here's the poll. Would you prefer blah, blah, blah? Look at that ratioed. Charlie got in trouble. Oh, no. Charlie, look what you've done. You bald-headed, strong, independent, dominating white supremacist. What have you done? Quick, blame Simon. Fire him. But let these angry bitches continue to say terrible shit. That's fine. And they regarded identifying as an attack Apache helicopter and immigrants from Simon's country of origin to be racist. The diversity slider joke isn't controversial at all. Nobody, including Charlie Cleveland, the spineless weasel that fired him, was complaining about it at the time of Simon being fired for wrongthink. And goodness gracious, I still agree with Shark Templar. And if we were speaking in private or in any other forum or medium, it's like, yeah, let's call people we don't like spineless weasels. But when you're on the public forum, even I knew better than that. I didn't make such outwardly obvious and blatant insulting attacks towards the developers. No, my insults were not thinly veiled. My insults were heavily veiled behind layers and layers of terms of service, abiding conversation bits. You had to think about what I was saying to understand what I was saying, and it was possible to misinterpret what I was saying. That's called following the rules. Not breaking them, maybe bending them. And Innate Crafter's response, everything I've seen has had the diversity slider comment at the forefront, insisting that nobody saw it as a problem is just ignoring the facts of the matter. Well, I got to say this. He just says, oh, you can't insist that nobody saw it, but then he's insisting that everything he saw and everyone who he's, everyone's complaints always started. So that's a retarded, hypocritical logic. You can't say, oh, you can't talk about everyone, and then you turn around and then you talk about everyone. One more video.